What's up, humans, and welcome to a new Psicoactivo. Happy Friday, everybody. Okay, so we're going to talk about the episode that Chris Ramsay released with UAP Gerb, because Gerb has been making the rounds. This is well deserved for UAP Gerb. He's, by now, everybody pretty much agrees that he's one of the best, if not the best, UFO researcher there is right now. I get really cool Richard Dolan vibes from him because he's like really thorough and he gets into the secrecy aspect of it. He's an absolute expert in military branches and crash retrievals and military whistleblowers. So it was really cool to see him this week and on Danny Jones and with Chris Ramsay at Area 52. Both of them are friends of the channel. And I really enjoyed the full interview. They spoke about everything that UAP Gerb does, but there was a really interesting part at the very end that I was not expecting, because this has to do with one of the most enigmatic UFO pictures in history. I'm talking about the secretive Gemini 11 mission UFO picture. To those who don't know, so here it is. There's a book that was written back in 2024 by Ed Wilson and then Travis Taylor and Leslie Kane. I'm going to read it to you guys. It is called The Simpkinson NASA Archived UFO with over 150 earliest NASA photos, many once secret, by Ed Wilson. And it displays this picture. I'm going to read to you what the book is about, and then I'm going to show you the picture, and then I'm going to show you the little clip where Chris Ramsay, for the first time ever that I've seen in any podcast, talks about this picture. I was shown this picture by a really good friend of mine that I'm not going to name, who is close to the investigation of authenticating this picture, because even though there was a full book already written about it, there's still a lot of controversy surrounding the picture. So let's read this, okay? And then we'll reconvene after. This is on the Amazon website. You can find the book. You can buy it if you want. They have the hardcover. They have the paperback. So here it is. In the annals of space exploration, certain moments stand out not just for their scientific achievements, but for the mysteries they may hold. The Simpkinson NASA archived UFO delves into one such enigma that's centered around Scott Simpkinson, a pivotal figure whose career spanned the earliest days of NASA's space endeavors until his passing in 1996. As a leader integral to numerous NASA missions, Simpkinson left an indelible mark on space history, yet his most intriguing legacy may be tied to an incident during the Gemini 11 mission. The beautiful photographic archive sets the stage by establishing Simpkinson's credentials through the historic lens of NASA's earliest photos. This foundational exploration underscores his leadership amidst the pioneering spirit of American space exploration. However, it is during the Gemini 11 mission that the narrative takes a compelling turn. We next delve deeply into the amazing lithograph titled Strange Object as Seen During the Gemini 11 Flight. By scouring the Gemini 11 voice transcripts and technical debriefing previously classified for over a decade, we reveal startling anomalies documented during astronaut Charles P. Conrad and Richard F. Gordon's orbit. Among these anomalies, there is the sighting of a peculiar object hinted at by the NASA lithograph from the mission. This discovery is coupled with unusual occurrences detailed in classified voice transmissions and technical debriefings, where discrepancies and unexplained gaps point to the potential encounters with unidentified flying objects, UFOs. We introduce a rigorous methodology aimed at proving the authenticity of these unearthed anomalies. Advanced scientific tools utilized by 5 eminent scientists, expert in photographic analysis, physics, forensic chemistry, astronomy, and mathematics are employed to unravel the truth. Their collective expertise seeks to unearth hidden histories and challenge prevailing narratives, suggesting possible concealment of UFO encounters by the US government and NASA. Their full analyses in the scientific appendix are presented unedited in their entirety in hopes of inspiring and structuring those who wish to take up this research for proof. As the story unfolds, it becomes clear that the Simpkinson NASA Archive UFO is not just recounting of historical events, but a journey into the realms of scientific inquiry and human curiosity. It invites readers to reconsider what is known about our exploration of space and the potential implications of the encounters beyond our understanding. Through meticulous research and compelling narratives, this book strives to shed light into the pivotal moment in space history, offering readers a glimpse into the hidden corners of NASA's archives and the enduring mysteries that continue to captivate imagination. This is the book. I am going to show you the picture right now so you guys can check it out and judge for yourselves. So, this is the cover of the book. The picture is not that clear, really. And this is the Gemini team right here. This is in the back of the book. And here's the picture. Unclassified, strange object as seen during the Gemini 11 flight. Let's get a close-up. That's the object that was captured. And I was really happy to see Chris Ramsay talking to UAP Gerb. And Gerb didn't even know about this picture. And it was really cool to see Chris that he's like really, he even bought the book and he talks about it. And it's really cool to see it. And now that he talked about it, when I was shown this picture, I was told that not a lot of people knew about it and that the family of the author were currently undergoing an investigation to authenticate the picture completely so we could confirm that this is indeed the most compelling and the best UFO picture ever taken, based on the provenance, based on where it comes from, based on the archive, based on all of those things that are always very important to prove such material. So now I will present you this clip from Chris Ramsay in the latest Area 52 debriefed episode, where Chris tells UAP Gerb about this picture and goes into detail about it. So here it is.
Have you ever seen a Simpkinson NASA archive photo?
Really?
Really?
Oh, is that on the moon, the triangular lights?
No, this is the Gemini 11 flight that took a picture of a UFO and they pulled it, they retracted it.
No, I don't think so.
Dude, wait here. This is gonna blow your mind if you haven't seen this.
No, I would love to.
I bought the book. It's massive and it's all about this one photo.
I don't think I've heard of this at all. The whole book is about one photo? Unclassified story of the
That's the photo there.
This is the photo. I thought that had to be like a rendering because that's a definitive saucer with a top cap, like sports model.
Yeah.
What does he,
this is all about the program,
about
like the flight. But then at the end, he gets into like the actual photo and there's like, ran it through a bunch of different tests and it has all the test results here, but even like down to the pixels.
I have never heard of this photo.
It's a wild photo, dude.
What the heck?
Yeah, look.
And this was taken by Gemini 11.
Yep. And that was the other paper that they released, but you can find certain things that like leaked through on the copy that tie into the initial photo. So it is one of those really, really wild ones. This was actually, hold on. There's like a full page photo here somewhere that you can see, but look at it.
Whoa, that's not like a thermal blanket like a lot of space trash, like UFO photos, possibly the Black Knight satellite are.
It's like one of the best UFO photos I've ever seen.
don't know how I've never heard of this. Have any of the astronauts spoken on or given testimony about the image?
You know what? I don't think so, but I haven't read this entire thing. I picked it up. I was, always meant to read through it. I find myself like thumbing through it and looking at certain things, but I don't know enough about it. But the photo itself intrigued me. As you can tell, like, I mean, it's an impressive photo.
That's wicked cool. When did this book come out?
So
there's transcript?
Too long ago. Yeah. No, there's like other documentation.
Whoa.
Yeah, it goes into great detail about not only the program but the photo, and then some like look at this.
Whoa.
Spectronomy and sort of like the color levels. It's showing that it was never tampered with. That photo is not photoshopped or anything. Like that is, yeah. And then so
I have never heard of this.
Pretty cool, right?
That is incredible.
Maybe something for you to dive in on eventually. Here's a full pager here. Boom.
Wow.
That's what the photo would look like.
That's a saucer, all right. It even looks like there's some sort of patternality to the little, I don't know if it's lights or kind of like
portholes or something.
Port comb. It looks like,
There's a famous picture that was out on the internet that had like a similarity to that. It was like in a cloud. Maybe you've seen that one before. You ever see that one?
Yeah, I have seen that. Yeah.
Very similar.
That is.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe something to look into eventually. But
so there it is. And yeah, that photo is currently still being authenticated by many, but this book goes into really, really strong detail. Here it is right there. So you guys can see it. This is the OG photo right here. But this is the close-up right here. Take your screenshots if you want. You can take me out of the picture if you want. But that, according to Chris Ramsay, and according to what I was told when I was, my friend talked to me about this has to be one of the most compelling pictures of a UFO ever taken, based on provenance, based on the clarity, the image. It was taken by the Gemini 11 team. So there you have it, folks. What do you think about it? Let me know what you think. I'll be reading in the comments, but this one, I was waiting for a moment to get more public about it. I'm going to post it on X too, so you guys can check it out. I'm going to leave a link to the post in the description, but I want to thank Chris for a wonderful interview with Gerb. And I want to thank Gerb for all the research he does. He's amazing. A lot of people ask what Gerb does differently than others. And I do consider him one of the best, if not the best. One of the things that I would say, though, is that if you want to get into this field in ufology, and I don't consider myself a researcher by any means. I'm a journalist. I'm a media analyst. I'm a commentator. I love commenting on stuff. I observe the media analysis of everything, what everybody says, what they possibly mean. That's my thing. But I still have to do a lot of research. Since I started this last year, I made the decision to start reading all the books that I could find. Currently, I'm almost at 60 books in less than a year. I've read a bunch of documents. I've watched a bunch of interviews. I've gone through a bunch of archives. The page Eyes on Cinema is amazing. And I've gone through that a lot. That's my favorite YouTube channel, actually, about UFOs. And that's all you got to do, really. If you don't have time for it and you want to go about doing this in a good way, in a positive way, in a rewarding way, you got to do the research. You got to read the books. You got to do everything, because otherwise you won't be as good. And Gerb does it. Maybe he has different means to do it. Maybe he uses some type of AI. Maybe he has access to people in high places. Maybe he does. I think he does. That helps. Everything helps. But if you don't read, if you don't do the research yourself, you're not going to get too far. That's just the reality of it. And if you guys see that, for example, this channel is growing, or the Night Shift is growing, or Others from Another Mother, or the Dreamland Motel, or Gerb, or Jesse, it's because they put in the work. They read a lot. They dedicate time to it. And yeah, it's okay to if it's your job, if it's something that you do full time, you gotta dedicate time to it. You have to. It's work. So thank you to everyone. If you like the content you see, I'm gonna ask you to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. That's all you need to do in order to help us, and it is what helps us the most. So thank you. But if you want to support us in any other way, there's a few links down there you can choose from. You can become a member on YouTube, or you can support us through KGRA. Anything you choose to do is always appreciated. So thank you. That's it for me today on this video, but I'll see you guys in the next one. And remember, stay curious and inquisitive like Chris Ramsay and UAP Gerb. Always. Bye.